Today I'm going to be showing you a little something. How I took one of these guys, you know, a standard spray paint bottle cap, and I turned it into these guys. They're little like gun thingies. These two aren't painted yet because I'm lazy. I've been trying to get through an army of blood angels. I literally have a So I'm going to be showing you how I went through making these bad boys right here. It's going to be a little video. I had filmed this already once, and then I thought I copied the footage over, but I accidentally deleted it. Some of those dank-ass tools I used is going to be an X-Acto knife. I got some crappy chip brush right there. Got some crummy paints I bought them from Walmart. Doesn't really matter which colors. We're going to use some sandpaper of varying grits, and then you're going to want to have a lot of sprues on hand. Check those bad boys out. And I'm gonna point the camera at the floor. I forgot to mention I use clippers in this video as well as some paper towel. So you'll probably want those as well. I also used some extruded PVC board, but cardboard may work for this. Mountain Dew, give me the strength. Alright. So first things first, I'm going to start by, it's got this spot right here. Now this spot is connected right there on the inside. Same spot over here. So with my clippers, I'm going to pick a side. I'm going to use this one. I'm just going to begin by taking my clippers in. It's kind of hard to show, but I'm going to butt my clippers up against the edge like that, and I'm just going to try and snip it all off. I cried more in the past month than I have in the past year, so make of that what you will. In most things, you want to make sure that you've got a sharp blade. I had a feeling that this one was probably better than the one I had. Just by looking at the tip of my older one, the tip was really dull. So I've got a little thingy right here too. Put X-Acto blades in because you don't want those just lying around, or you don't want to. What you gotta be mindful of. There's other people in this world besides you. You gotta look out for your homies, even if you know a stranger is just a homie you haven't met yet. I say, despite knowing full well that I'm terrified to speak to anyone I don't know. Again, that's besides the point. Now it's time for me. And 2 and 3. Hubba! Oh! See? So you see where that bit I cut out? Let me get it nice and close. So that bit I cut out is right in here. And as you can see over on this side, that's where it connects. So I had to actually cut out. So I'm going to go in with the clippers and the X-Acto blade. I'm just going to dig all that crap out. So you can take, for a better result, varying grits in sandpaper. So starting with an 80 and then say like 120 and then a 240, so on and so forth. That'll get a better result. I'm too lazy to go out and buy anything, so I'm just using the 80, and then I think this is a 320 grit I also have. I just had these laying around, so that's what I'm going to be using. But I highly, highly, highly suggest doing it the correct way. We're gonna try something first because I'm not about to try and sand this entire thing. The other ones weren't as raised, I suppose is the best word, as this one. Either that or I've just blocked out all the sanding from my memory. I may actually have blocked it from my brain. Not super worried about still having those arrows. The arrows, I think, will still look okay. I'm going to try and take them off. You may want to leave the arrows on. That is up to you. That was a mistake. Don't buy the Citadel clippers like Loki. I bought some for my friend. Brought some for Caden. And I was looking at them and it's like, they're like 30 fucking bucks. And you're not getting anything special. Oh. Little circles going in a circle. That's going to be good enough for me, especially because I'm about to hit it with another pass. So now we're going to go on to the finer grits. Oh, actually, real quick, I'm going to sand the insides right here. Not only am I going to be sanding with this higher grit sandpaper, but I'm also going to be wet sanding. What wet sanding does is it makes your piece come out a lot smoother. I don't actually know the exact mechanics behind why it does that. I just know that it does. Also, it's a little bit easier to clean up after. As you can see, normal sanding, I've got all this mess, and you end up with a lot of dust. With wet sanding, you end up with more of like a slurry, I guess is the best word. Just kind of this mix of like plastic and water. And that is a lot easier to clean with some paper towels than all this dust. Anyways, yeah, you can sand forever and forever and ad infinitum till you get like a perfect finish. I'm not too worried about that because I want to get to the fun part. Now for the fun part. Kit bashing. So, I've got a handful of parts lying around that I'm thinking about using. I'm even going to be probably using some of these parts are from, they're not even from a Warhammer kit, they're from a Gundam. If you know which Gundam it is, please don't tell my mom. There's a specific reason why I bought it. So I'm going to be trying to use this, it was a pump from a shampoo bottle. I like the way this bit right here looks as like say a can, and I don't care about so much this, but this clear bit right here. So I'm going to see if I can find a way to get that out. What the frick? Can I break it? Oh. Oh. Ah, it's free. Sweet. One thing I am going to do real quick, because I forgot to do it a second ago. Put out a little rectangle right here out of this cincher board. Maybe they didn't, I'm just stupid. So, we've got this free. Don't need that anymore. So basically all I'm going to do is I'm just going to glue that in there as best I can. I'm going to probably be using some super glue. I think it's done this the best. I've used both super glue and the model glue. The model glue actually works with this type of plastic that they make these caps out of. But I think for this bit right here, I believe super glue is done the best for me. I am going to throw some gloves on because I genuinely like the way that the super glue makes my hand feel. Genuinely makes me uncomfortable. I do try to avoid using super glue as much as I can because super glue actually burns my eyeballs. It didn't burn. Where did my model glue go? So real quick, I'm going to sand the edges of this rectangle that I cut out. Super glue works really well, but it's also kind of its downfall. So I'm just going to let that set up for a little bit while I start picking parts that I want. Alright, that's clear. So we can fit this in there now. Ba-ba-ba. So you also have to keep in mind that like you're going to be painting this yourself, right? You're going to be painting it, you know, probably put as somewhat as much effort into painting this as you would painting your actual minis themselves. So the idea is you actually want to give yourself something interesting to paint rather than just something bland. That up about in the middle. Not looking for much else other than just kind of some decoration. Ta-da! Super glue on there. You know what? Scrap that whole bit. Just glue that down as is. I think we'll get more mileage out of it. And I think it'll be a lot sturdier. That's the other thing you got to keep in mind is like, will this last? This aside, I'm going to go, well, I'm not going to do this one because I've got a handful that are already ready to go. I've got some that I prepared earlier. After this, my next step is to just prime this with some kind of something. I think Citadel primer works a little bit better for this, just because it's made to. I think it works better with model paints, honestly. I think it's a little bit thinner than just a regular spray paint primer. And as such, I think it ends up looking a lot better when you use it. And I would use that just because we've got all these model pieces right here. But let's take one that I've already completed. This bad boy. I'm going to throw some gloves back on. I'm just going to get to work on painting this guy. So with this crappy brush, I'm going to just take some of this. I'm going to kind of half brush, half dry brush this over the whole thing. I feel like doing that is going to build up some texture all over the whole thing. Because there's not like a whole lot going on model-wise here. We kind of want that I'm trying to go for like this fake kind of almost concrete, not quite concrete look. So I'm just going to do all of that real quick. Show you guys how it turned out. So here we're starting to get kind of that concrete look I was talking about. A little bit crazy on this side, but we're not looking to make it absolutely perfect here. So next I'm going to take some of this lighter gray here. This one I'm actually going to try and dry brush properly. Next we're going to do same kind of thing as when you use an actual pre-made wash, only we're going to make our own. Let's throw somewhere out in here, and we're strategically looking for where like grossness would build up and you wouldn't really be able to clean it out. So less so on the actual walls, although it's all going to drip down anyways, apparently. And then what you do afterwards is you wipe it off with your hand, which shouldn't have had it to begin with. And you just go and wipe off the whole thing, making sure to get it all over your table And this just serves to make it look like, you know, they've tried to wash this at one point. It didn't go so well. But they at least tried to wash it. And then you can do all three of these parts like over and over again until the end of history. You can honestly like run over the dry brush on over this. I'm going to wash it with the lighter brown, and then you can dry brush that again, and then wash again and dry brush. It's a bit overkill to do it that way, but you know, such is life. I think that's about it for this one. So, good thing it wasn't recording, because now I can claim that was just me rehearsing. If you like this video, that about sums it all up. It's really not a difficult thing to do. The hardest part is probably just cutting out that little hole to fit something in there. And there's really no wrong or right way to go about doing this. I just thought it was a quick and easy idea that I'd show off to you homies. So if you like this video, thank you. If not, if you want to see more videos like this, please let me know. We're going to try to start uploading Warhammer Bat Reps. We're going to try to start uploading Kill Team videos, as well as we've got like I can't physically show you how many ideas we have for tabletop role-playing games, but like it's a proverbial mountain. So those will be a lot of fun when that we're also redoing our live streaming schedule. I don't know if it'll be completely changed by the time that this video is up. It may be a little bit after this video is up that we actually change our live streaming schedule. We'll see about that. Don't forget to check out our friends, Velvet Cakes on Twitch, Phoebe live from Womb-Based, who is, I think, Phoebe's Twitch, Shar Pinks, I still don't know how to end videos. Yeah. Thanks for watching, I suppose.